everyone, I'm Rodney Smith. I'm here with Board Game Geek and also with Galen Cecil and Brent Dickman of Elf Creek Games. And you brought a game with you here. We have the, not quite a box, but this is going to be our substitute box for now. This is Atlantis Rising, right?
That's
now,
right.
I feel like I've seen this game before.
You have seen this game before, probably around 2012 when it was released the first time by Z-Man.
That long ago? Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah.
Right, so what's happening here? Are we re-releasing the same game, or...?
We are re-releasing a new version of the same game, so lots of revisions, lots of updates, brand new art, graphic design, and then the gameplay is going to be spruced up a bit as well.
And maybe we should just say this to begin with. This is going to be on Kickstarter, is that correct?
That's right, September 4th.
September 4th. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you can walk us through maybe a little bit of a theme here. What's the idea behind what we're doing?
Yeah, so Atlantis, as you know, is beset by the wrath of the gods who are trying to flood the island. And we, the brave counselors, have banded together to try to build the Cosmic Gate, as featured on the box art there,
right.
In order to get our citizens safely to safety.
Okay.
And we want to do that, of course, before the entire island floods beneath the waves. So each of these tiles flips over, and once they're all gone, that's it.
Very cool. All right. Oh, and as they flip over, the island starts to disappear.
The island starts disappearing.
Okay.
That's right, as do some of your worker placement spots.
Okay. Okay, so we have spots here. So this is a kind of a worker placement.
It is, yeah.
Okay, so
we're
going to be placing our workers onto different spots to perform actions and such. What's kind of our ultimate goal here? You say we're building this teleport thing.
Yeah.
I guess building a ship was too easy.
No,
so
the Atlanteans, they're not in for that. They've got to do it the hard way. So, yeah, we've got our prototype board up here.
That's right. Everything here we are seeing is prototype.
Right. Yeah. So we're going to build these different components. As you can see, here's an example. They cost different combinations of the resources.
Okay.
And
these are the resources.
Yep, those are the resources up in the left. And then once you've built them, they provide you new worker placement spots to get new powers as the game goes on.
So these will go into the board.
That's right.
Once you built, now you can go here to do new things as well. Right.
Yeah, and once you built them all.
Yeah, build them all.
You did it.
Okay, I see. And so how do we go about some of these building steps?
Yeah, so you're going to put your meeples out onto the board here. You see there's kind of the worker placement spots there. And the key to the game is after you've placed your meeples, you're actually going to draw from the Misfortune deck. Each person will draw a card from the Misfortune deck. Normally what's going to happen is it'll say Forests, in which case you flip over the bottom forest tile. Now if your meeple was there, he's out of there.
Are some of the best stuff on the tips?
That's right. So the best actions are at the tips, and then it gets progressively less exciting as you get towards the center.
You're tempted to go over there.
That's right.
But you're in trouble if you get flipped over.
That's
okay.
right.
All right.
Yeah. So you're going out here kind of collecting the different resources. Here we've got the forges where you turn the boring ore into the fancy Atlantium that the Atlanteans use. We've got the cities to recruit new Atlanteans, and then we have the libraries where there's special cards that give you different powers or abilities you can get access to.
So unlike the bad deck, this is kind of the good deck here?
That's right.
Good stuff?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Is there
the Mystic Energy Source? Yeah, that's right. So any number of folks can go there, and that's where you get this Mystic Energy, which is one of the kind of key components to the game to control the luck in the game. So you can go there as often as you want, and then you can use Mystic Energy in a number of ways. So for example, to collect a resource, normally what you'd have to do is roll the number shown or higher on a die. But if you get a little unlucky and don't quite make it, you can spend a Mystic Energy to bump that up by 1.
Okay,
and
that's what we're seeing here.
That's right.
The Mystic Energy gives you
bump it up by
1.
1. You can collect additional knowledge cards over here in the libraries. And you can also do a little preventative measure. You can put out a Mystic Barrier, which will stop that section from flooding the next time it's drawn.
Interesting. Okay.
And if things get really bad, you can spend 5 Mystic Energy to completely unflood a tile. But that's a little pricey.
What's that? They're with the buckets?
I guess.
It's mystical.
It's a mystical, right, of course.
And energy.
Raising the land.
Yeah.
And I noticed we each have our own. There's different player boards. Are they unique in some way, or is it just art?
They are, yeah. So yeah, you mentioned the art, which is being done by Vincent Dutray. Gorgeous art, as you can see here, that we've got already.
I'm gonna steal this from you here.
Each of the player boards is going to be double-sided. Is that right?
Yeah.
And we'll have unique art on each side, and then yes, each of the counselors has their own special ability.
Okay.
What we're doing is we're including these larger meeples. These are prototypes, but when that meeple goes out on the board, it'll give a benefit not only to itself, but to every other meeple on that tile. So maybe they get to re-roll their production roll, or add 1, or do something else. So the idea is you can kind of share your power with other players as well.
Even other players.
More
This is
cooperative.
fully cooperative,
That's
right?
right.
Yeah.
There's no hidden traders in here trying to
No,
sink the island
no,
or anything.
no, just the gods.
Yeah. Okay, so not only can I help my own, but other meeples that are there.
That's right.
But and when you place a worker, are you performing the action right away, or are you waiting to see what happens?
So you place your workers, and then you have to draw the misfortunes, because your workers could lose their action if
Right.
they have to run back to you if things get a little wet.
Okay, so
And then you do it. The game, since it is cooperative, is pretty simultaneous, right? So normally, kind of, you take your turn, I take my turn, because you might block me or whatever.
Right, that's true.
But since we're playing a cooperative worker placement game, we can all sort of place our meeples at the same time. And then we can also all take our actions at the same time,
yeah, I
because
see.
we're all just sort of trying to coordinate to get the best result we can.
Because this can play up to how many people? It looks like there's quite a few. These are the player colors, I'm assuming, here?
That's right, yeah. So we're actually going to have purple, we talked about in the
Definitely
base
purple.
game.
Yeah.
And then we might have a seventh player as well. We're still
really?
play testing, but it's possible, given that so much happens simultaneously, it doesn't add too much to
It's
the
not going to
play
add
time.
drag or downtime to
Right,
the play.
right.
So how would you lose in this game anyway? What's the? I know how to win. Let's build the gate. How
Yeah,
do you lose?
that's right. So as we talked about, as you draw the misfortunes, these slowly start flipping
Yeah.
over. Well, if they all flip over the entire island,
Okay.
and the island goes down before the gate's built, you're done.
Yeah.
So you've got a while, but
And so people maybe have seen the other version from before, 2012. This has some changes, some new elements as well,
Yeah,
right?
it does. Yep. One of the biggest changes is the navy that we had in the old version is completely gone. Got rid of that. We changed how the cities recruit workers. So
Right.
you roll for workers now instead of collecting them automatically, and there's a different allocation there. And then a lot of the library cards have changed, as well as how the library deck itself is distributed. And one of the biggest changes, I think, is we changed how the components work. So rather than getting an immediate benefit when you build them, there's still a couple that do that. But
Like, so when you build some of these, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this one here would give you 3 cards. Or no, this one would let you look at the misfortune deck, so
Right.
you sort of see the future.
Right.
So you know what's coming, so you can
Right.
plan a little bit.
Okay, I see.
So that would be a one-time thing.
Right.
But so this would be, once this is on the gate board, this would open up
The space to go to, right?
Right.
two new
Power.
spaces to
And
go
this
to
can never
new
get
powers.
flooded, I suppose,
That's
either,
right.
right?
That's right. Yeah.
There is there are special misfortunes in here that do extra bad things.
Right.
So there's a malfunction,
Okay.
which means the board does not, the
Doesn't work
components
better.
don't work. So you would lose your actions if you were on that board
Right,
and that was
right.
on.
Well, I think that's a pretty solid overview. I hope people have a pretty good sense of how the game works. And just as a reminder,
so.
this is going to come out at Kickstarter in September, did you say?
September 4th.
Is that right? So keep
Yeah.
an eye out for that.
Yeah.
And the box cover looks something like this.
That's right.
With Atlantis Rising written on it.
Yeah.
And they'll be trying to build this gate. Well, thanks, guys. I really appreciate that
thanks for
overview.
Thank you.
All right. Until the next episode, thanks for watching.